Welcome back, everybody. Episode 60, or is it 61?
60.
61.
Who do we got for 60?
I had 61 locked, but 60.
61, but it's 60. Back to 60.
That's a camp number. I don't know. 61's 61's Nash.
That's a.
What number was Theodore, goalie from Montreal? Was he 60?
You know what? I think you're right.
I think he was 60.
60.
Jose.
Theodore.
Yeah.
60. What kind of
I'll look
number is
that up.
60 for a goalie? That's
Corey
a camp,
Crawford was 50.
right? Oh yeah, you would know.
I don't know.
Chicago.
Couple cups. No big deal.
Chicago. I'm starting to like Chicago more and more. Not the team so much. Well, I like Bedard, but he's kind of fallen off my radar a bit. But the city.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
Wow, great call. He was number 60.
Nice.
That's a good call.
See, I thought you were pulling that out your ass and nobody would check on you.
No, I
But,
was pretty
you know,
sure.
No,
I think you did your research.
didn't look.
You know, we brought you back up from the minors.
Hey,
You know, you're jumping back on the podcast.
whatever I can do to get a shift.
You know, so obviously you did your homework. So kudos to you. Welcome back, sure.
Thanks.
Summertime.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's probably 5 or 6 other guys we asked before you. You know,
Not
just
surprised.
kind of fell through.
Not
So we just
surprised.
brought you back on.
Yeah, Jay said no on
Jay
dress.
said no
on
on
dress. Yeah.
Hey, glad to be here. Either way.
A couple of the maintenance guys at the Coliseum.
Hey,
You're here.
give me the opportunity. I'm not going
Efren said no.
to.
See, so what we're getting at here, if you get your kids, if you're given an opportunity, make the best of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how, when, where, or what.
That's right.
I took it. I'm running with it.
Shout
I'll
out
be
to,
off next week. So
Yeah. Shout out to T2Go, big sponsor of the Rhinos. Thanks for the drinks here. We'll get into this a little bit later, but this is probably the best one that I've had. And we'll get into the themes of it and what's involved with all these drinks. But no alcohol, which is okay, but it's still pretty good.
They never have alcohol.
I know.
have they ever?
They're
You could put alcohol in it,
This is
but they
true.
don't come with alcohol.
True.
But I was there this morning at 7:30 on the West Side location, and man, there was probably half a dozen people in the store, and the drive-through was pretty busy, and I think they had 2 people working, and the guy was grinding, man.
I bet you it's super busy in the mornings.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure.
That whole area over there, man. Like, I
Is
don't
it in
know.
Westtown?
Yeah, it is,
Oof.
and it's just packed, man. And
Yeah.
of course, there's a Starbucks there, then there's a freaking Dunkin' Donuts, and they're like side by side,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. I don't know if you've been over there.
Oh, yeah.
Traffic.
I go to Canes there.
Canes,
often.
Oh yeah.
Canes is good too. I'm
Mhm.
just not allowed to eat it anymore.
That's all right.
I don't know. Debatable.
Healthy heel.
Healthy heel. There you
I mean,
back.
you could just take the breading off. And
But, you know, their Texas toast is
Oh,
freaking
their
something
Texas
to die
toast
for,
is the
man.
best.
And I'm not allowed to eat bread anymore either.
I don't know. If
Life's
there.
over.
Yeah, I mean, Canes is like all around bad. Like, there's like really nothing you can eat on that. You can have the coleslaw, maybe.
That's probably not even good for you.
Yeah, it's probably got a lot of sugar, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Well, you're the
Uh,
chef,
yeah.
yeah. Whatever you made yesterday, that
The Pizzoli
oh
Verde.
man, the
yeah.
Pozole Verde was really good.
That was awesome. I've never had that before. It was unreal.
Thank you.
It was good, for sure.
Yeah.
I got more down there. And I
Well,
got more
hey.
home. So if anybody wants any,
We might have
Perfect.
to hit you up on
I'm gonna
that.
set up a food truck maybe.
Not a bad idea.
Home game. NA3 home games.
Back in, you know, I don't know, Mike. It was
Side
probably it was
hustle.
definitely after your guys' time, but we used to have in the back here on the patio. We used to have food trucks.
Yeah, that was right
That
after
was
I
after my time,
stopped
for sure.
playing.
That's when I was doing the radio. And in between periods, man, we'd come out here and we'd get it was I don't know what it was called, but it was the French fry guy.
Oh, wasn't it like French fry heaven or something?
It was French fry heaven.
Yeah, yeah.
God damn.
He did
Sign me
poutine,
up.
didn't he?
Yeah. And I think that's why we brought him on because Herman and I poutine, eh?
Hey, this is where it all started. That fry truck.
Yeah.
That's why we are where we are today.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I can't eat anything but rice cakes
That and Hot Dog Joe, right?
and Hot Dog Joe. Those were good too.
Yeah. Did he do Watta's dogs? Is that what it was?
He did. And then we bought that
Ooh.
little wiener thing that he had. And we
Yeah.
put it down there.
Hot dog Joe with a little wiener thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, the little wiener
All right.
wagon.
No, I making an innuendo joke.
I know
there,
you
Seal.
are.
Come
I
on.
know you are. Trying to keep it clean, sure. Like, man, you're strike one for getting called back up, bud. Bad shift. Bad shift.
I've had many.
So we're back to episode 60, and you know we're gonna talk a little bit. You know, obviously what's going on in the league. We're talking with the NA3 a little bit, and then we'll get into some NHL playoffs because that's freaking balls to the wall.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing better, man. Nothing better. So Sherm, not last week, but the week before, you were in Combine in California.
Yep.
And, we were talking combines a little bit about, what they're for, how they're designed. And they're a great opportunity for kids to get seen. There's no doubt about it. There's a lot of kids that go to them.
For sure.
And you are just, being completely honest, number 60 is the camp jersey as the number of the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I think there was over 300 kids in California. A lot of them were, ranged from single A to high school to triple A. There's some junior kids that were in other leagues, and it was really good. And the kids were excited to see El Paso out there, and Brahmas were there, and some South Division teams that are closer. It was a good event.
And that's a completely untapped market. Like, it really is. When you look at it, man, there's a lot of kids going, and just how rapid youth hockey is growing in California, thanks to my man Wayne Gretzky, is huge. We'll get there 99. We'll talk about that when we get to episode 99.
Yeah. It's an easy
Another
one.
year to go, but
Yeah, there was a lot of talent. It's getting better and better. I feel like out west. So, I think we're going to keep a pulse on that pretty heavily.
no, for sure. And there's talent everywhere. You just got to find it, man.
Yeah. A lot of those California kids traditionally have gone to the BCHL, like the Bo Bennett's.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to Penticton, gets drafted out of there, goes to DU, right? Like, there's a lot of kids from that area that, like, all the California kids that I grew up playing with, they all went out west to Canada to do something, whether it was try to go to the Dub or the BCHL for whatever reason, or back when Wenatchee had a team.
Right.
They had a big footprint in that market.
It's huge over there. Humongous.
Mm-hmm. They just built a new facility, right, for the for either the Ducks or the Kings practice facility. It has like 3 or 4 sheets in it.
So we were at the Ducks facility. It's 4 sheets. It's unbelievable.
It's probably nicer than their NHL rink.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
That's not saying much.
4 sheets wide. There's a huge event center behind it with a concert venue, and it's just awesome. The hotel they put us in was beautiful. It was,
And that's where it's
Can't beat
going,
it.
man. Like those multi-sheet arenas where an NHL team practices. You look at Vegas.
Yeah.
Whatever. 15 years ago, whenever they started, wasn't that quite that long ago? 10 years ago, maybe.
Vegas Hockey or the Vegas Golden Knights?
Golden Knights, when they built that practice facility. Up north on the mountain.
Probably only 6 years ago.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Is it that?
probably-
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
years ago. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have been there or not, but
Oh,
man,
yeah.
it's just a beautiful facility. And when it first opened, we went up there with our youth teams, and we had tournaments up there. And god dang, it was just packed. And then that's when, Vegas was on the run, and Fleury was there. And the one sheet got blocked off because that's their practice side.
Yeah.
And their locker room was built to it. But, 3,000 people in there watching practice or pregame, like not pregame skates, but, skates.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's where UNLV plays.
Is that where they play out of?
Yeah. They play out of the sheet that is the practice sheet. We played games there season before last, and it was, it gets rowdy. It's packed in there.
It's a lot like this, the one-sided
Yeah.
stands. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot smaller, but
A
yeah.
lot smaller. Yeah.
Yeah. When we were there, Eichel was still coming back, and so he was doing a conditioning skate on his own, and they had it all blocked off, and there's people standing at the door because we had to get into our locker room because we had a pregame skate, and they got pissed because we went underneath the stuff and through because we had to get to our locker room, and they were trying to protect what was going on with Eichel at the time, right?
And you see a lot, like when we were there, like they had it curtained off and stuff like that, and there was a couple guys come back from injury, and it was playoff time, and they block it off like it's freaking Alcatraz,
It's Alcatraz. Yeah, no, it's true they do. But yeah,
Alcatraz is coming back.
are they
speaking of-
reopening it?
I don't know. I heard that on social media with Trump.
Dude.
I
They're
gotta go.
not
I gotta go
reopening.
visit it.
They're not
as-
reopening
I gotta go.
Alcatraz. There's
I gotta
no
go
way.
visit as a patron rather than an inmate. That's on my bucket list.
They have right now it's set up like a tourist attraction. I don't think they're gonna.
Well, hey, it's what I heard, man. You have to believe everything you hear on social media.
I'm sure.
Haven't you guys heard?
Especially whatever Trump says.
Yeah.
It's whatever, whatever, dude. Trump's the man.
Oh,
But we won't bring politics into
not
this.
going there.
Anyway, see the market yesterday? That's all I'm saying.
The manipulation. Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Typical American.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
Typical Canadian.
Don't get me started. What's going on up there?
Canada's the shits. You don't need to tell me anything.
I know.
It's terrible. The guy they freaking elected is the shits.
Who do you want?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to it. I just go off what my dad and my brother say.
Perfect.
And they say he's the
Typical
shit.
Canadian.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
well, it's
yeah,
typically-
exactly.
Exactly. So my brother's telling me, he's like, oh, he's this, and this. And I'm like, well, you guys voted for him. You know, so if he's that bad, the population, why vote for him? But they did. My brother's like, oh, he's this, that, everything else.
No.
But whatever.
Anyways, moving on.
Moving on. So, and Mikey, you were, where were you last?
You don't remember?
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
Michigan pre-draft.
That was good, eh?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good showcase. The talent pool there is really strong, actually, for a showcase. In comparison to some of the others, everybody puts in their own team, I think, which makes it a little bit different. We had guys join us, guys looking to get a subtender or maybe get drafted or just an opportunity, and so we had a pretty good little squad. Made a nice little run, won the first round of playoffs in OT.
Yeah.
And then ended up losing in the semifinals to the team that took second place. But yeah, it was a good weekend. It was really competitive. Like I really try not to on the bench in those games. Like, you know, I don't want to shorten it. I don't want to put a certain. But then once like it became elimination, I couldn't help myself. So called a timeout. Put a power play unit. Like got a a face-off play and kind of let's see if they can execute it. And my justification was like, well, if we win this game, then how many more shifts does everybody else get?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Same
so,
guys anyway.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, but other than that, we rolled. And we had a good little squad, and we made a run and almost took it down. And Gary, the tournament director, he was like, why do you care so much like about winning? I'm like, because I want to win. I don't know. I'm a sore loser.
You know, like when these kids, they want to win. You know, like, why play the game?
Yeah.
Why coach the game? Why be part of it? You don't want to win.
I want to win. Yeah, 100%. Any chance you get to win, like if it's competitive, like it's my favorite thing to do is compete. Doesn't matter what it is. Could be checkers, could be a hockey game.
I was getting fired up at the combine, and those games don't mean anything. And I pulled the goalie in one of the games, and just I'm not losing to any of those other guys that are there. So
you have to.
you have to.
I had the goalie pull at a neutral zone at a center ice face-off because we were down 2, and they're like, Coach, should we put the goalie for what? There's 35 seconds left.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
Why not?
That's the same in Columbus when we were playing Bailey, and we were down and we came back up, and I don't know, it was up and down, but there was about a minute and a half left, and I'm like, shit, man, should we call a timeout? And I was just like, would this be bad if we called a timeout? So we didn't call a timeout, but obviously we pulled the goalie and whatever it was, but play to win.
Yeah.
The kids deserve everything that they get. And when you go back to these combines, the coaches that are involved and whoever's there on the bench, they need to be involved.
Yeah.
They have to be involved because, man, some of these kids might be playing for you. Like kids that I saw in Columbus, some of them are coming to the Futures Camp, and that's truly what it is, man. Like you're seeing these kids, especially on the prospect side, because you don't know what they're going to turn into be.
Yeah.
Right? You just want to follow these kids and try to get the cream of the crop and educate them throughout the process. A lot of these kids, the younger ones especially, don't have a clue.
No.
And they'll drink the Kool-Aid that's given to them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're that guy that's going to feed them everything that they want to hear, not a good thing, man.
No.
Yeah, and I think too, like these parents pay how much money, right, to go to these things, and if you're just lackadaisical about it and just like let's just have fun, like what are you teaching them? 2, what are they getting out of it? Because to me, when you're recruiting, the baseline minimum is how strong is their compete level. If they don't want to compete, then I mean at that point it's almost a deal breaker from the get-go, right? So in those moments like that, we were talking about that Sam Gold kid.
Yeah.
Like he scored the game winner in OT. If that kid if I allowed him to, he would have played the last 5 minutes of the game. Like he did not want to come off the ice, and that says something to me.
For sure.
So,
compete. Compete. And then some of these kids, like, moms and dads, when you're out there, if you listen to this, the landscape's changing a lot as far as recruiting because a lot of the kids need to recruit themselves. It's not just always the coaches or the staff or whoever's going to find these guys, but there's probably a handful of kids that email the coaches, well, more than a handful, because we've probably all got 10 or 15, where it's, hey, I'm so-and-so from here, here, and here. Please check. Like, for a kid to take the time to do that, they deserve the attention. They really do.
I agree with you. If the kid's willing to take the initiative and writes a well-written email and
Well, somebody emailed you
What
something.
about the letter that you got?
is that the one you're talking about?
Well, I'm talking about many, but yes, the one that you received in the mail.
Yeah, I got a manila sized envelope, and it was, addressed specifically to me, and in it was like a folder, and it had a kid's like one page was the kind of like a profile, like an elite prospects kind of printed out type deal, and then the other one was just a letter, written, and basically, what their current hockey situation is, what they want to do, and looking for an opportunity, and like for you to spend the time to do that. Like, when's the last time you got a letter from anyone?
Right.
You know what I mean? And so for a kid to spend the time to do that,
For sure.
it was impressive. And so, that's one of those things. It's like, that stands out big time for me.
100%. It's huge when kids do that, right? And you see it all the time now. It's well, not that so much, but kids reaching out via email, sending video. Separates kids to a certain extent.
And on the other side of it, though, the one thing I will say is if you're going to do it right. Because there are individuals that reach out, whether it's a text message, a phone call, or an email, and the way that they communicate and the way that they handle it, sometimes it's like I'm trying to think of the word to use, like when you like are assuming something. It's very presumptuous, like about what they deserve, and it's almost entitled, and it's like, come communicate with a little bit of humility, please. You know what I mean? Because you're looking for an opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Punctuation, is huge. Like, just treat it like a job.
Yeah.
It's like an application type thing.
Put
But
your,
it's
put your
cool.
name, your phone number. Like, I get so many emails that it's like Billy as a signature, and I don't have an email. I don't have a last or a phone number. I don't have a last name. I don't have anything. It's like, okay, well, I can't reach back out to you unless I email you back. So,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, right. That's
like,
And I'd rather text
yeah.
because it gets the job done quicker.
yeah, it does, right?
Big
A lot
time.
of kids communicate via text. And, and then you go run a thing, who are you talking to?
Yeah.
We talked about that this morning.
Yeah.
There's a lot of positives and everything. There's some negatives too, but definitely camp season. It's very busy. People always ask me, "Oh man, it's the downtime now. What are you gonna do with your summer?" I can't wait till winter. That's what I can't wait for.
Right.
It's busy. It's a grind, man, and to the staff that we have and the coaches and everybody that's involved, it's a grind to, you're competing with hundreds of teams out there. What separates you, and that's what kids need to understand. That's what staff needs to understand. It's how you interact with these kids, the response, treating them professional. We got a good staff doing that.
You win a lot of games in May and June and July if you do your job right in the summertime, and I don't care what anyone says, it's the truth. If recruiting and player development and scouting wasn't such a big thing, then NHL staffs wouldn't have the amount of people that they have on payroll doing it. It's such a crucial piece. It's not just the coaching when you get there, right? This is where the work is really put in, and if you're looking at your roster in October and you're like, what the well, how much work did you put in? And sometimes you'll put it in and you'll get it wrong. That happens.
Oh, for sure.
But usually if you put the work in, you won't be that wrong.
Fair enough.
Close.
Yeah.
We got the Futures Camp coming up here June 13th through the 15th, which is going to be a good one here. It's probably our most popular one that we do. And it's kind of dedicated to more younger guys trying to get ID'd, where we start those relationships with kids, right? Kind of the younger crowd. We got a bunch of local kids signed up, and we got a bunch of California kids coming. We got kids come from everywhere, but West Texas or East Texas, I should say.
Yep.
It'll be good. Then after that, we roll right into main camp, the 26th through the 29th. Speaking of that, did you get that email I sent you this morning?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Took care of it.
Yeah, thank you. That'll be a good one in Chicago.
Chicago.
Back to your stomping grounds. Actually, you're ranked that you were.
Yeah. As a hockey director.
Oh.
We're gonna have to get some Portillos, and you're not gonna have any.
I can have Portillos.
He's going to have some.
Hell yeah, I am.
Okay.
That'll be my one meal of the day.
Okay.
We're going to make him jog around the building 3 times.
It's a big
And
building.
then-
There's
and then
3
have a
sheets in there.
He can eat the peppers.
There you go.
Peppers, yeah, I can smell. That's what I can do. So some Portillos. Yeah, we got to bring that in one day.
Oh, for sure. That place is unreal.
Yeah, man, it is.
We could honestly eat it twice because you could get a beef sandwich one day and then like a burger or a hot dog another day.
Fair enough, man.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough. I can
That's
eat that
6
stuff.
laps for you,
Salads
buddy.
are good too.
6 laps. Salad. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, they're good. Trust me.
I know the fries are good.
Cheese sauce.
The desserts are good.
Chocolate cake.
So yeah, no, we'll definitely tune into that. So we're it's Romeville, right?
Romeoville.
Romeoville. Nice. How many sheets is it?
3.
Be nice there. Back to your stomping grounds. Get some of your staff to help us out.
Oh yeah. Got the ice maintenance crew. They'll take good care of us.
Ready to go.
yeah.
Do we have to bring our own pucks or can we mooch off them?
We can probably mooch off them.
Nice. Maybe we can bring back some
Since
for
they come
overflow.
home with a couple.
You always want to return with
I
more
might
when you
still
started
know the
with.
code. I might
That's
still
right.
know the code for the puck room. So if that's the case,
You guys got a puck room?
there was, I think, probably 400 pucks at any given moment.
Really? So if
Floating
they
around.
missed 100, they probably wouldn't
I
know.
probably wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know,
say
but-
we go for it.
Yeah.
Brooks, right? It's Brooks.
Brooks, yeah.
Brooks, you're not hearing this, bud. If you're short 100 pucks, wasn't us.
Wasn't us.
Got to come home with more. Have to.
It was the Huskies, house program. Or the
Huxley, yeah,
travel
absolutely. We're
program.
just kind of setting those guys up. That's when I was coaching youth hockey. That's how I always told our guys, okay, here's 10 pucks for warm up. You need to come back with more than what we started with. And that would be the thing when they come back after warm up. Coach, we got 12. Perfect. But pucks are a big thing, man.
Yeah.
So we'll be there. We're going to have,
Going to be a bigger thing this
we're going to be
season.
on, yeah, right. Yes, it is. And those should be arriving here soon.
Oh, yeah. I don't want them yet. Keep them locked up for the time being.
Yeah.
Old J-Dog, you got 50 when it's actually
he'll get
37.
He'll get so excited about it.
We haven't chirped Jay in a while. Jay's moving.
Yeah, I'm supposed to help him today, but he hasn't called me, so I just kind of been pretending I forgot.
Yeah, I would.
Sorry, Jay.
Sorry, Jay, you're moving. My phone didn't ring. Honest, didn't get the message.
He really. How about when the jerseys that we asked him to get for Michigan?
Tell us about it.
So
I heard about it, but tell us about it.
yeah, so I was already at home for the day, and I needed to turn in the roster, and I was like, oh shit, the roster needs the numbers that they're gonna wear. No idea what the numbers are for the jerseys,
Yeah.
so I told Jay, I said, grab us. I needed 21 jerseys of the like the one that we have the most of, and he was like, well, like, do you want the numbers? I was like, Jay, I don't care. I just need the numbers. Does not matter. Just send them to me. Do you want pictures? No, just send me a list of the numbers. Okay. So I was actually walking my dogs, and I saw his text, and I was like, nah, that doesn't look right. He said 70. He says, all right, all set. I got you these 2 goalies, and then 76 through 80. And I was like, 76 through 80? That's 4 jerseys. It's like, okay, like, I was like, that's just got to be a typo, right? So then he calls me, and I said, well, Jay, did you see your text? It said 76 to 80. He's like, oh, I messed up. Sorry, I'm dumb. It's supposed to be 74 to 90. And I was like, Jay,
Still not there.
that's only 16. And he's like, you hear it, like, you can hear the wheels turning, right? And he's like, yeah, okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you're right. Let me get back to this. And so then he goes through. He's like, I'm sorry. And then he finally gets me the numbers, but we need one more. So I text Hio the night before I was leaving the airport because my flight was like at 7 or something like that. And so I said, hey,
It's better.
can you have Andres pull out one more jersey? Does not matter what number, but I just need to pick it up on the way. If he could please pull it out so I don't have to go in the tin can at 5:36 in the morning would be awesome. No problem. So he texted him, and he said, one navy blue jersey. And I showed up, and the jersey looked like this. It was bright royal blue. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I was so rattled. Luckily, the keys were down there when the tin can got it done, but I was rattled. I was pretty rattled that morning.
Oh, it's awesome. It is awesome.
Gotta love
Where do
him.
we find these guys? I love them, but man, where do we
Jay,
find them?
Jay, like, everybody needs to have a Jay. We chirp Jay all the time, but he's awesome. It would be a sad day in heaven if he wasn't around. You know what I mean?
It depends how you look at our situation.
Yeah, but honestly, it would be a lot different without him here. He's a lot of fun. But I was talking to him. I said, Jay, we haven't had you on the podcast. We haven't chirped you. I said, we need to get you on. So he's willing to, on the podcast, he's willing to blacken his mustache.
Yes.
I said, let's shave that bad boy. He's like, no, because he would look like a certain character. Mike.
I'm not. What character?
You brought it up a year ago. Not a year ago, but you brought it up
It's
a
not
while
Magnum
ago.
PI, is it?
It's certainly not that. You don't remember what you said? You called?
I
Don't say it on the air because we had to take it off.
I remember what I said. I'm still going to have T-shirts made.
Wasn't me, Jay. It was
Yeah.
him. But no, yeah, he said he'd come on and we could do his mustache. I really want to shave his head. But he wears a hat anyway. You know what I mean?
The
It's
silver
not a big
fox.
deal.
Yeah.
That's not a fun thing. But I think, I don't know if I told you guys this, but years ago when Jay started, he hired him as a temp, right? We're putting in the ice, and he was here, and he was just comical, right? Just, this guy's goofy, but he's funny goofy, you know what I mean? And, like, he's funny. And hard worker. And so he was helping us put the ice in when we had the freaking vinyl and shit. It was just a mess. And then he stopped showing up. So I called the agency. I'm like, hey, dude, where's this dude at? I don't know. We haven't talked to him. So long story short, he was in a coma in the hospital.
Oh, that's when that happened?
Yeah, man. Yeah, with an infection in his teeth or his mouth or gum or some shit.
Yeah, he had a tooth infection.
And he almost kicked the can.
Oh, yeah, you can die from that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he
100%.
almost did.
Yeah.
Well, that was the story anyway, Jay. But anyway, he
You never
came
know.
back.
He just wanted to go to a concert.
He
with his
probably,
wife.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the Jay story. And he came back and he's like, they won't let me come back to work. I'm like, well, let's figure something out because I liked him. It's funny. But anyway, moving on. We calculated how many times he'd fallen on the ice. Just, you know, because he'd fall every day. So when you do the math, it was something like some ridiculous amount in a year. It was like 300 times or some shit that he'd fallen. Because he'd fall probably 5-6 times a week. And it was like, Jay, like, figure it out, man.
He still goes down.
Yeah. I know everybody falls on the ice or has, you know, but after
Oh yeah.
300 times, you might figure it out.
Get a new pair of shoes.
Get a new
He's
pair.
lucky he hasn't really hurt himself.
Well, he has. Well, yeah, I know what you mean. He's pinched his pinky in the boards and had the freaking arm cast with a little pinky bite here.
Yeah, that story's where he has the cast all the way up to his elbow. Are you kidding me?
Oh, dude, that thing was freaking like the cast by the time it was done. It was like the size of this cup, like on his finger. Like, dude, it was so funny. But we bust his balls all the time about stuff like that. And he's a comical dude, man. He really is. He's like, I'm pretty witty. We all are, right? You got to be around the sport. But he's one guy that it's tough to get on him. You know what I mean? Because he comes in and he says some shit like, Jay, you can't say that stuff around here, man.
And he just laughs and shakes it off.
Oh,
and
yeah,
walks away.
sorry. And, you know, his Tourette's kicks in and,
He can
you know,
he can make
you just blame it on the Tourette's.
he can make you blush, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
He said a couple of things that I'm like, Jesus, man.
He's awesome, man. He's a good dude.
He came in the other day, interrupted a phone call like usual. It was my mistake. I left the door open. But this time he came in with the box half filled of Krispy Kreme donuts. So I was like, all right, this
Oh,
one's
he came to you, too?
yeah, this one's acceptable. Yeah, I took the chocolate frosted.
I passed.
Good job, man.
We're really proud
Look
of you.
at you.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah, that was it. Just he was interrupted, but it was okay this time because he had Krispy
He
Kreme
had
donuts.
Krispy
So it made it worth it.
So when we get ready for Futures Camp, I think we need to count jerseys. We need to count the jerseys. Make sure we're set.
Yep.
We can't leave this up to Jay because we'll end up going. Well, luckily that one's here, so we're good. But Chicago mainly. I think we need to count the jerseys and figure that out because we'll end up missing jerseys when we go down there.
I will gladly do that. That
We
gives
should-
me more anxiety than
We
anything in the
should
entire world.
we should honestly just ship them this time.
Yeah,
I
we can,
I
I
swear
mean, we can
it'll
ship them early too because they have room to. I'm sure the rink can hold them for
It'll
us.
save. I guarantee it'll save. And carrying those jerseys.
Well, we're
remember last
flying
year?
on Southwest, so we each get luggage.
When does their new policy kick
It's in May, but when you purchase the tickets before, we're good.
Okay. Well, then we're not saving any money.
But no, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, lugging those things through the airport, like you would think jerseys aren't
Not
heavy,
fun.
but oh man,
Not fun.
And I got a hernia, so I'm not allowed to lift anything over 10 pounds. So sorry,
Yeah, I
fellas.
bet. It's all right.
That's on you guys.
Perfect.
Playoffs. NHL playoffs. Did you see that stuff the other night when Florida beat up on the old Toronto Maple Leafs?
Last night?
No, night before last. Was it? No, it was the night before last.
Oh yeah, it was night before last. Yeah,
When Domi smoked what's his nuts from behind Barkov.
Barkov. Yeah,
Did you see? That's kind of chicken shit, man.
right at the end of the game.
That type of, like, I get it. You want to get in there and you want to muck it up for sure because that's what it is. But he's freaking 4 feet from the boards, whatever. That's how you seriously hurt a dude.
Yeah, you could break his neck.
Especially right at the buzzer, man. You're not going in there.
He only got fined, didn't he? He didn't
I have no
I
idea.
think he just got fined.
No supplemental yet.
Yeah.
Seriously? Well,
Yeah.
I'm all for that too because the league's kind of soft.
Last night was a good one too. Trent Frederick went right away.
I heard the fight on the radio because I was walking. I heard it was a good one.
Yeah,
It was
man. That
it's
guy's
the only game that I
tough.
haven't watched. Was
It's the
that
first
game.
fight in the playoffs
Yeah,
this year.
I
It
wasn't.
was within the first 5 minutes of the game. Oilers were already up 1-0, and Frederick still went, and it was at home, and it was good.
Who
And
won?
then I'd give the edge to Frederick probably.
Really? Eh?
Yeah,
I just
I
saw
didn't
it.
see-
I
was it
didn't know- I
Haig?
didn't see
Haig,
it.
right?
it was Haig. The view from the camera, Frederick was on the board side, so you can't see all like the punches.
Yeah.
Haig was throwing, like he had at one point he had him down. He was throwing, but you can't tell if he was actually landing. If he was landing those, he won. But I don't think he did
I
because
didn't
when
see
Frederick
the
came up,
highlights,
he
yeah.
looked fine.
Yeah.
So
Well, I did see, his his visor was all freaking down a little bit,
yeah,
but that whatever it doesn't say anything. But you know what? Win, lose, or draw, as long as you show up, man, it don't matter.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Especially in the playoffs.
Especially in the playoffs.
You see Aiden Hill get ran over by Evander Kane again?
I did not see that.
Dude, he went right over. I mean, he got a charging penalty, but honestly, the Vegas guy pushed him right into him.
Really.
And Aiden Hill lost his. He came flying out of the net. They are under his skin so much, man.
Well, you know what, man? Like, Evander Kane didn't play a game all regular season. Was hurt. Came back for the playoffs. He's got 4 goals, 6 or 7 points now.
Yeah,
He
something like
tucked last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you see the thing that came up today? Every time he drives his Rolls Royce to the game, he scores.
He has a Rolls Royce.
I was gonna say he
Did
probably
he gamble on that? Did he win it in a gambling?
he probably shouldn't have
He
a
didn't-
Rolls
yeah, I
Royce.
was gonna say.
He should probably drive like an Altima for a little bit
Yeah.
of time here. Because I don't know, like he's still coming out of that whole thing. I know he's got
Yeah.
like now he's on a way better contract, but
still.
come on, like a Rolls Royce, like
Well, yeah, but you could probably buy a Rolls Royce for $200,000.
he was in a serious amount of debt.
Well,
A
yeah, man.
serious amount.
Maybe he wanted back.
Like he was.
No.
Did he file for bankruptcy?
I thought so.
I thought so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you know what? I would sign that guy. It's like Corey Perry, like playoff man.
Oh, I'd sign Kane before Perry. Perry, I'm not a big Perry guy.
Whatever happened to him in Chicago? Do you know?
Uh,
The rumor mill, whatever. He got liquored
know,
up.
I know enough, but I don't know what's out. And I have a connection with the Blackhawks guy, so I don't.
Well, we'll talk off air because I'm interested. But rumors go around. But obviously, it wasn't that bad if a team picked him up that quick. If you do something shitty, you're gonna get blackballed.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I
like
would
the
think
whole,
you
the
would.
whole Quenneville thing. Like, I mean, it took him 4 years to get rehired. Like, but yeah.
But Corey Perry, he's
The
like him or
worm.
hate him, but
oh yeah,
and he's playoff material, man.
Well, you need guys like that.
Kane is worth every bit of
Mhm.
what he signed for.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like I like him as a player. He's good. He's tough.
Dude,
he's a guy you want on
he's
your
a top
team. You
6
don't
guy.
want to play against him.
Top 6 guy that plays like Perry, like
Mhm.
toughness.
Plays in
Perry was top 6 in
Yeah.
heyday, but like he can score, he can fight, he can do everything.
Yep.
He's awesome.
Yeah, Edmonton looked really, really good. Really good. Herm's going to the game on Thursday.
In Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's
If
going.
Toronto makes the Cup Finals, the Stanley Cup will be happening while we are in Toronto for coaches meetings.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so now I kind of want Toronto to win. Also,
Yeah?
how good?
How are you going to get a ticket?
I
That's
was gonna
not
say,
worth.
you're just gonna have to go
grand.
sit at a restaurant.
I know a guy.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but
Everybody knows a guy.
that's
Can
right.
that guy come through?
That's the question. I'll find out.
He will.
I'll go to that by myself and just that'd be
Yeah.
a blast.
I was gonna go to the Kings Edmonton Game 7 if they would have had it when I was in California.
I
I'll
remember
take
you
it for
saying that.
$125.
That's really good.
All right, I'm gonna go. And then
No
they
way.
lost, and I figured scouting was more important.
Right. Yeah, probably right.
How good is Austin Matthews right now?
Why do you bring that cheese ball up?
He hates him. Dude, he's like the most prolific goal scorer of that generation, right? Like of like the 90 birth years.
Whatever.
I bet dinner with Fritzy on Florida, Toronto. I got Toronto. He's got Florida. So
I just can't stand Matthews. I
or
can't.
Marner or
Well, really,
Nylander
yeah,
or-
they're
Or Morgan Riley
right,
having
like his
had the-
tape job.
the game-winning goal the other night again,
Still, yeah, but whatever, dude. Look at his tape job.
and Nylander. Nylander's awesome.
You see Kachuk chirping him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now that's a player right there, Kachuk.
Yeah, but
Both of them.
3 months ago when it was a Four Nations face-off, you're like, he's not even that good.
Who said that?
You.
I don't remember.
Run the tape back. We can probably find that clip. And we
Whatever,
can add
dude.
it right in.
Yep.
He's not even
Whatever.
that good.
He's good. I think you're full of shit calling me out on that. I don't
No,
remember that.
I would. We can put money on this one.
I would put
money
money
on
on it too.
I would put money on
I bet
know,
it happened.
I know you said it
Find it.
because you were like, "Who's even on your team?" He's like, "The Kachucks." Like, they're not even that good.
But okay.
I almost verbatim. I think I just spit it
Oh,
out.
whatever, dude. Bring it up, man. I'll bet whatever you want to bet on it.
Okay, I just got to go find it.
See, that's part of it. Well, wait till recruiting season's over.
No, this is top priority. I'll take care of recruiting. You handle this for today.
Yeah, I want to
Perfect.
see.
I'll make some phone calls.
I want to see.
'Kay.
And he lost all recordings of the back stuff, so you're gonna actually have to go on the podcast and find it.
Yeah, I know. I'll find it. I just got to go to the month that the tournament was happening, and then
No problem.
we probably did 2-3 episodes. They're like 30 minutes long.
And then you could put it in, we can have Cause put it on the podcast, and you can call me out while we watch the video. I don't
Okay.
believe you.
I promise you.
Nah, man. No.
And then, of course, you went like, "Oh, Matthews, he sucks."
He does suck.
Oh.
I don't like Matthews, man. Even for, I just,
Why don't you like?
yeah,
him?
he's good. I'll get,
because he expresses his individuality.
like the mustache. Get rid of the mustache.
It's because he wears earrings, isn't it?
Well, that too now. Yeah, I didn't know that before.
Lou Lamoriello over here.
Yeah.
But absolutely.
What's wrong with
Dress-
the mustache?
It's cheesy on him. I'm not
On
saying it
him?
looks cheesy on you. I just
Thanks.
said, and I've always said it looks cheesy on him. But he just like when you see Nylander score a goal, and he's Matthews is open on the back door for one time or wide open, and he doesn't get the pass, and Nylander scores. You don't see him celebrate. It's like, fuck, I should have scored that. It's all about me. That's the way
Show
I
me
see
a
it.
clip where he gets mad that he didn't get the pass on the back.
He doesn't
door.
sit there and have a tantrum, but you can see it in his freaking face. You
You know,
can.
I think you need to look in the mirror here, Hugh,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure if you were backdoor and you didn't get the pass, you'd probably make the same exact face.
This is true.
It's not true. It's not about me, sure. I'm a team player. Matthews isn't. I don't see that. And how he's captain, I don't get that either.
That tells me everything.
That's why Toronto sucks and they're not going to win another cup for another 100 years.
Brad Tree Living comes in, makes him the Cheds. You're telling me that Chief Craig Berube doesn't have a good pulse on what a good guy is, and he would let him wear the C?
It's all about the contract, buddy.
No.
Yep.
No.
If Matthews didn't wear the C, you don't think he'd be asking for a trade? 100%. That's just the way he is. That's the way I see it.
He re-upped. I mean, he didn't have to. He could have gone. He could have
you
saved.
think that
He could have saved the Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah, because no other team's going to make him captain. They know better.
False.
That's just the way I see it.
You don't need to be the captain if you're, a
If you
team
score
player, it's-
70,
Yeah, man, anybody can score 70.
you know what? People have the same opinions about Ovechkin.
I gained a lot of respect for him when they won the cup and the way he was celebrating in the summertime.
That's what made you gain the respect.
He's awesome.
I agree, but
diving in
Just like,
fountains and stuff
you
that.
don't see that. Like you just, again, you see that personality and you see Ovechkin as Ovechkin, but outside of the rink, when you see him doing shit like that, that's funny. That's awesome. I'd follow that. dude.
personality and
So
individuality.
if
Good
Toronto
dude.
wins and
Marner,
Matthews does that,
Matthews.
then what?
yeah.
Then are you going to be a Matthews fan because he had fun outside of
Well,
the
first of all, they're not going to win the cup.
yeah, we'll see.
Second of all, he
I don't
would,
think
he
they
would
will.
probably take the cup and go to a deserted island and frickin' be by himself.
Do you know why Lou Lamoriello made them shave?
No.
I'm reading a book right now, and he did it like an interview about it. You know that his thought process was, this one makes sense to me the most, is he wants everyone to be the same, right? Like no individual, they're all part of the team,
Yeah.
right? But every morning when they wake up and they have to shave, that's the first thing that comes to their mind is, they can complain about shaving and like, oh damn, I have to shave, this is ridiculous, or like I'm a devil or I'm a maple leaf or whatever, wherever he was at the time. Like that was like his philosophy on it. I thought it was super interesting.
Hmm.
Now there's a reason he's getting phased out, but
Yeah, it's
you can't do like
that, and he's freaking 80. How old is he? He's an old dude. Time's changing. You
Old
see
enough.
here.
He's in his late 70s. Yeah,
He's up there.
he's the man though.
2 minutes ago, you said you
He's
called
got-
me. You called me him. So thank you.
Yeah, no, he is the man.
Come on,
But
Mickey.
but his beliefs are getting phased out. You can't do like it's just it doesn't work anymore.
Oh, old school stuff, man. We saw it this year in our league, in the North American League. A lot of old school stuff going on. Not
Would you like to give any examples of that?
No, I would not.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah. I didn't hear of anything, so I was wondering if
a year ago though there was we experienced something in our organization. Remember that, Sherm?
No.
I can't recall. I wasn't part of it last year at this time.
Did it have anything to do with the vacation?
It did. You got
I
you
got
got a 10 game
gamer.
vacation.
Yeah.
That was
Didn't
that was
deserve
funny.
10.
No, I don't think so either. Suspension 100%.
I deserve something. Yeah,
for sure.
Oh,
I thought you were going to get fined.
I would have taken that.
But then you see some of the other stuff that goes on. It's like, how does that work? But hey, man, it is what it is. You can't cry over spilled milk, as they say. Milk, as they say.
Spilled Mike, huh?
Mike. Yeah, you got me rattled, Mike. Mike. 2 mics.
That's right.
Actually 5. But who's counting? Did you guys get
You
it or
are.
no? Did that go over
Yeah.
your head, Mike?
That one went over my head. I'm not gonna
1
lie.
mic, 2 mic, 3 mic, 4 mic, 5 mic.
No,
So I'll slow down for you next time.
no. Sorry, I should have laughed.
Yeah, it was funny.
It's hilarious.
But anyway, let's move on, fellas. Tea to go. We're going to read this off, man. Went there and picked up our drinks this morning, and it's Star Wars themed. So, sure, we'll start with yours. Obviously, it's good. You drank half of it. It's called Jabba the Hutt. No pun intended.
Nope.
Rich mocha coffee with caramel infused with
Reading is
with
tough.
mint of coconut.
Don't try
So, what does it taste like?
Hooked on phonics.
tastes like mocha.
A lot of concussions. Pretty good. You said that's probably one of the best ones you've
That's
tried.
probably one of the best ones I've had.
Yeah?
I'm not on the podcast often, but when I
Oh yeah, so yeah. So this is probably your second
it's
one.
probably this might be my first.
So
one.
Jabba the Hutt, but you say it's really good.
It's
You
good,
get-
yeah.
Mine is the Mandalorian. It's a tropical bound packed of bright citrus punch with mango sweetness and a little hibiscus in there. It's actually really good. It's really sweet. It's good. Mikey, this is probably the most catchy name out of the bunch. The R2T2.
Yeah, that's a great name.
That's pretty cool, eh?
I love it.
And that's that one, the blue one. And it's their drinks of the month. So you guys can go to any tea to go location, find these. It's the Star Wars kind of themed drinks. It's a bold burst of blue raspberry that meets a smooth coconut for a combo. And it's really out of this galaxy, is what they say.
You might have a career in that ad reading.
Yeah, hooked on phonics, as you say.
That was good.
But it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's sweet, so you have to like the sweetness. But it tastes kind of like a blue snow cone from the ice cream man. You know what I'm talking
Ooh,
about?
yeah, man.
Okay.
I was at a Speaking Rock thing a couple weeks ago, and they had snow cones. And it was hot out, so I dipped in for a raspberry one. It was good. It was the blue one.
Those things are just liquid sugar.
Yeah, well, that was before I went to the doctor.
Okay.
That's
You
the
know,
reason you went
That's
to
the
the
reason,
doctor.
yeah.
It is, you know what I mean? But it was hot out, and it was good.
Yeah, those things are unbelievable.
But so, yeah, the drinks of the month, Star Wars theme, guys. Check it out. Any of the Tea to Go locations. Good stuff. And thanks. Shout out to you guys. Big sponsor of the Rhinos, and we appreciate everything. But just kind of wrapping it up, guys. We got this weekend. Actually, this weekend, I'll talk to you guys off air, but we're doing the zoo thing again. But I'm going to find out more details. I'm a cook this time. I'm not a participant in eating, but I'm going to
All right.
talk to them further on that. Maybe you guys can make an appearance with your families.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's not in writing, but I know I'm going. We'll talk about that off here. But so that's coming up this weekend. Really, really cool event there that the zoo does with another one of our sponsors. So anything else,
Are
guys?
you going to be able to eat the food this time? You going to be able to handle it? You guys are going to gross you out again.
Dude, when it freaking got stuck in my throat,
Oh,
I just whatever it
well,
was.
if you're making it, you got to taste it.
No, I
You
don't,
can't
dude.
just make it.
I can
serve it.
do what I want as a cook. But yeah, maybe I do need to.
You got to taste it.
But there was some that was decent.
Oh,
You know,
I liked it.
Yeah,
I thought it was
he was
good.
eating everything.
The little crickets are always not bad.
The ants were. It was all good.
When you go to Mexico, they give them to you.
Yeah,
at
the
restaurants.
water
course
bugs.
they do.
Like those, that wasn't very good. But other than that, it was those big. Remember the big ones?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And they were giving them away to people in the crowd, and people were freaking getting them and eating them without any whatever.
They needed sauce of some sort. They were dry.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's
Super
going on.
pumped about this.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
It's always a great time. But anyway, guys, thanks for jumping on again. Episode 60. It'll be out here in a couple days. But anyway, Thanks, fellas. Till next time.
We'll see.
Sherm, you know what?
I'll see you in a couple months.
We'll see how the ratings go on this one, Sherm. That'll really depend on whether you're coming back or not.
Sounds good.
You know what I mean? So just enjoy Sherm while you can, everybody. Probably not coming back.
No.
If Cosman can't edit well, none of us are coming back because we're going to be canceled.
Yeah, so, yeah. And I apologize for telling you that there's not much editing. It truly isn't.
There's not.
But, yeah, there was some things that said, obviously. But, you know, you guys aren't going to get to hear some of it. But anyway.
It's all right.
Thanks for tuning in, guys, and until next time. Thank you.